Sydney Gabriel. Sydney 2 years ago as a freshman was all conference, had a great season as a freshman. Of course, last year with COVID being cutting off the season, didn't get a chance to pitch, but expect to see a lot out of her. She's been brought up in the softball world. Her mom, Jody Gabriel, coaches over at McAllister College, so
really
a big part of the booster program here in Hudson, which is fun. And all these girls are benefactors of that. They've are a benefit of that. They've had an opportunity to be coached by some really good coaches growing up, and so we mentioned that they're young. We're going to name some names tonight that I probably remember back when I was helping with the boosters, but I certainly don't know what they look like now because they've grown up since 3 years ago.
That's crazy.
One of the things you're going to see in softball, and we'll see if batter number one is going to do this for Zumbrota. This is the leadoff batter for them is Avery Steffen, but it's a thing called slap hitting, and if you haven't seen that before, you're going to see it tonight. That's
slap
a softball
hitting.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it here in a second as we get rolling, but when I see a lefty step up to the plate to start the game, I usually expect a slapper. Okay, not so much there. What it is they basically can kind of step up and hit the ball. They're a threat to either bunt or even make hard contact, and it brings the infield in and gives those fast runners from the left side an opportunity to get on base with the shorter base paths.
Interesting. The mound seems like it's 2 feet away from the plate.
It's very close. Yep, very close. So
it's like boom, boom, here we go.
And again, one of the differences you'll find with this is you can steal bases, but there's no leading off like in baseball. Good fastball that time by Gabriel. Get ahead in the count, 1-2. So, yeah, and what you're going to see, too, is as these infielders are creeping in, boy, they're getting darn close to where the contact's at. That's why you see a lot of them wearing masks. In fact, most
of them do,
now.
Huh. God, this is super cool.
Ball outside that time from Gabriel.
What kind of speed are they getting on these pitches?
Well, a lot of these high school pitchers are throwing upper 50s, low 60s, equivalent to in baseball. A few years ago, they did something with one of the top NCAA Division I pitchers, and she was throwing about 68, 70 miles an hour, equivalent to about a 90, 95 mile an hour fastball in baseball. Because
of the length of the distance from the mound. Yeah, got it.
Right.
God, that's awesome.
Just outside that time.
Just missed, yeah.
So the other thing that you'll see, too, you can't really see it unless you're at our vantage point, but there is movement on a lot of these pitches.
Yeah.
The big pitch in softball that you're going to see strike out that time by Gabriel. Good pitch. You're going to see a lot of change-ups.
Yeah.
They like to throw the fastball, heat, kind of moving it all around the plate.
Yep.
You'll also see what's called a rise ball, and that rise ball is going to look like a fastball that's coming right at you in the strike zone. It's tempting enough that you're going to swing at it, and it's usually right about at your chest or at your neck.
Huh.
There are also some pitchers are throwing screwballs, which is a little bit different than a curveball. It's going to break differently. And there is a curveball, too, that can get thrown as well. So. But it's, again, very fast-paced, and you can see even the pace of the game that Gabriel's taking right now, pitching, is there's not a lot of dinking
just
around.
Like boom, boom, boom. It's funny, I was watching Owen Anderson in baseball the other day, and he kind of can get into that rhythm, too, where he's like boom, 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 you know?
Absolutely. Gabriel, 2 strikeouts here to start the game for the Raiders. Bring in the heat. Yeah, we talked about it at baseball, but softball was kind of in the same boat. Last year, of course, losing out on the season with COVID, and they really had a lot of hope for that team last year that they might be able to make a state run. They had won the conference the year before in 2019. First time outright in maybe school history. I know for certainly they had split conference a couple different times during Coach Revore's tenure, but that was the first time they had actually won it outright, and lost in the regionals, kind of a heartbreaker to Wisconsin Rapids, and then
to the old Rapid.
Yep. Coming back last year, they thought, man, we have a pretty good shot, but
foul ball.
So we'll see. They are a young team, and we'll talk about the players as they come in here, but I know they're starting at least one freshman, a couple sophomores, and other freshmen and sophomores on the team as well. So
Now, will these pitchers run a pitch count similar to what the boys are doing, where it's?
They do not.
They do not. Okay.
Nope. So this is different, and you know, you can go a long ways with one good pitcher, but where it gets tough is as the teams get a little bit better. Having that mix of pitchers, maybe a couple different people that throw different things, is very helpful.
That's a good pitch.
So, no, and it's more about the motion, and that motion on the shoulder and the arm doesn't not quite wear the same. Ground back to the pitcher, Gabriel, that time. Easy 1, 2, 3 inning.
There we go. Boom, boom, boom. 3 up, 3 down.
We'll ask
that
our
sounds right.
scorer if that's correct. Sidney Gabriel with a 1, 2, 3 inning in that top of the first, looking sharp. Raiders get a couple in the bottom.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice pitch.
Good luck there.
Mentioned before, Grace O'Brien. Grace, great athlete, leader on this softball team. She is out this season. Had a knee injury in basketball, and so she is sitting out, but she will be playing at Madison next year for the Badgers.
Softball for the Badgers. Wow, what an honor. That is awesome.
So, big loss for the team, but good kid, and wish her the best of luck. Certainly her parents are great people, too.
Yeah.
Part of the Diamondbackers club.
I would guess you might see her out at the field.
I'm sure she's here, and I just can't see in the dugout right now, but yeah, I'm sure she's here. Good kid.
That's awesome.
2-2 on the batter here to start the top of the second.
Hey now, look at that.
For Gabriel.
Woo!
Strikeout number 3.
The heat just coming in. I like our umpire, too. He's got some charisma out there. It's fun to have an ump that's not afraid to, strike. And, you know what I mean? I the guys that are kind of quiet,
Yep.
I like a little upbeat umpire.
To bat here, number 5 batter, number 7, Gracie Fleisick, playing left field today. Fastball to start for Gabriel, gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Just misses inside.
A little inside on that one.
So throwing a lot of heat today so far for Sidney Gabriel.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can catch a little bit of movement on some of those pitches. Fastball again, 1-2. You can do an awful lot if you got some heat. You just got to move around the plate. You can jam your batters. You can pitch that outside corner if the umpire is giving it to you. It's a great pitch. Again, I mentioned a rise ball. You can even place your fastball. That looked like a rise ball right there from Gabriel. Just misses. Trying to get that batter to bait and take that.
Sure,
Go for that pitch. Got to be disciplined at the plate.
Stay sharp.
Strike 3. Mowing them down so far for Hudson.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, having some fun at the mound today so far. My goodness.
Absolutely.
Just boom, boom, boom. Here we go.
First baseman here, Rianne Buck, up for the Cougars.
Nice pitch.
Swing.
Might have been a rise
Riser.
on that one,
Yep,
too.
looked like a riser to me.
Yep, absolutely. One, 2 outs. Top of second. That time she hits with the chest-high fastball for strike 2.
Beauty. Getting in the groove.
Getting in the groove.
I like
and
it.
home run hollow.
Home
on a
run
Friday
hollow.
night.
That's right. You got lights out here, or people just turn on flashlights? What happens?
Yeah, no lights here.
Okay.
Baseball's struggling with the same thing. Strike
Hey
3 that time.
there we go.
Gabriel that time, sharp.
Aaron Sundin on the call. Adam Tilson on the camera. Top of the third.
Sarah Mensing up to the plate here, shortstop for Zumbrota Mazeppa. Sidney Gabriel so far just humming right along in 2 innings, 5 strikeouts, no hits yet. Ooh, just outside on that pitch. Looked good.
That looked pretty good to me. That's looked real nice like Clark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. 1-1. Gabriel delivers rise ball just a little high.
A little bit, yep. So you were saying the game the other day?
Yeah,
This boys game, girls game, what are we talking?
It was the baseball game. So, you covered the game on Tuesday, and they beat River Falls last night. They lost 10-7.
Pop up
here out
to
to the
first.
right side.
Boom.
Foul territory. Caught by the second baseman. Yeah, so those two teams split. Some interest. There were some interesting things from what I heard that happened. Hudson had a pitcher ejected, and fans were
over in River Falls
giving him the business. Yeah, so typical high school rivalry. You get that stuff going, and you can't let it get to you. You can't let those fans and those. Most of the time, it's other students that are there just trying to razz on.
Just trying to get in your grill a little bit. Yeah,
right. Addie Voxland up to the plate here, center fielder. Gabriel again, humming right along.
Yep, one
no
out
hits yet so far.
Yep, no hits. That's right. There we go. Boom, make that
Strike
2.
3.
I got to brag a little bit tonight. We've got an extra camera put up behind the plate here that you're looking at right now, and then I've got a live cameraman down by third. We can't really do this setup over at the boys' field that well.
No.
The sun starts to take it out of play, and it's just not the right angle. But God, it works really good here.
Looks really
you
sharp.
see this?
Yeah, absolutely. And those are great angles. I mean,
right?
It's fun to watch that shot from behind the plate, but then all of a sudden you can lose some things that happen if you don't have that other vantage point. So,
yeah. Yep, it's nice to have the backing of the River Channel here in town where they can, provide some extra equipment here and there, and then a cameraman. So we appreciate those guys.
Fouled off that time. Up to the plate, we've got Kaylee Cooper. She's the DP tonight, which would be the equivalent of a DH.
In baseball.
The difference, though, what happens in softball is they also have a player called a flex.
Okay.
So you remember when we were covering baseball, we were talking about courtesy runners and all that?
Yeah.
Well, they have that in softball as well, but only with 2 outs. But the flex runner is tied with this DP. So if this DP ends up getting on base, that flex runner can go in and run for them.
Okay,
so,
gotcha. It's a little bit...
a little different.
Yeah. A little low on that one.
2-2.
2-2. Yep. 2-2. 2 outs. Top of the third. Yeah, you weren't kidding about the pace of this game. It moves. It just moves. Yeah, it's fun.
Strike 3.
K-Town. Home run hollow. It's the top of the 4th. Ken and Aaron on the call today. Appreciate you joining us. And again, fun to have all the fans over our right shoulder here in behind us. It's awesome.
This is back to the leadoff batter here, Avery Steffen. She is the pitcher today for Zumbrota Mazeppa. They are not getting through the order very quick. Sydney Gabriel so far, no hits. And 7 strikeouts, my bad.
Woo! Sid the kid has got some good control in there. You notice the camera wobbling a little bit. I've actually have it fixed, mounted on the other side of the fence. So if you notice that wobble during a foul ball, that's why.
Got it.
Darn near right in play.
I thought it was from Sydney Gabriel's fastball.
Little like sound barrier breakage.
Little tail on that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Got her on that outside corner
go.
pitch. Strikeout number 8. Humming right along here.
Yes, sir.
Lola Wagner up to the plate, second baseman. Here we go.
Get my game
Squares
going
up
here.
to bunt.
Oh, foul ball.
Way to crash, you guys. Way to crash. Way to move, infield. Way to move.
All right, again, 1 out. Hudson up by a pair of them right now. Some bit of a dusting over here when the wind gets up, doesn't it?
Strike 2.
Nice job, Sid.
She's in charge tonight for sure. Raiders on the year 5-1. Didn't mention that earlier, but had kind of a little shocking upset to Eau Claire North a couple weeks ago, and I know it caught the team a little off guard. They went into that game. I believe the score was 5-4, and Gabriel pitched that game but gave up no earned runs. So
wow.
Hard to win those kinds of games, but they happen sometimes, especially early in the season. You're booting the ball around, and they had a nice comeback win against North the next week, and won that one 10-0. So 5-1 on the season so far.
Wow.
I think Hudson is probably the team to beat in the conference, but Chippewa Falls, as I think I mentioned to you before, is always a formidable school. They at one point had a record in the conference of 83 straight wins.
Come on.
83 straight conference wins. And
wow.
My daughter was part of the team that was back in 2016 that actually beat them to break that streak. But,
that's awesome.
That didn't really matter. They ended up going farther in the playoffs than we did anyway.
Is that right? Yeah.
But anyway.
Sid just smoking.
I would say those two are going to be your top teams this year in the conference for sure.
Swanee Chips, they battle us in a lot of sports, right? Hockey definitely won.
It's a
Softball.
good sport town. It really is.
Yeah.
Boys and girls. I mean, they've always been competitive in girls basketball, and I know they had a good hockey team for girls as well. And, of course, like you said, the boys, always a tough out, too.
Yeah.
Gabriel fastball that time, just hums it right down.
Wow. Full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Let's see what the kid's got here.
That's a dead spot in the infield. That'll be interesting. Nice play that time. Oh, just overthrow. So it's interesting. We talk about the short base pass. I call that a dead spot. I see it. My daughter plays college softball, and it's just a spot you can't handle the ball very well. You even see it sometimes on little dinky hits or bunts where they just drop in, and all of a sudden you get a runner on, especially if they've got any speed. So nice try that time by Lilliquist to make that play, but it was almost impossible based on where it landed.
Yeah, I saw the hit, and I half looked down thinking, oh, that'll be just a pop-up.
Right.
Easy out. Shortstop will pick that one, no problem.
Right. So first runner on base for Zumbrota Mazeppa, but 2 outs here in the top of 4. We're up to the cleanup hitter.
Woo!
Sidney Higley.
Dang.
Catcher.
Nice rising pitch on that one. There we go.
Strikeout to end that inning. 3 strikeouts. Baseball Booster Club are hosting a cancer awareness game on May 27th. That's a Thursday. Both teams are at home, and we are covering softball that night. I am also a president of the Baseball Dugout Club, so we're coordinating this together. But we are going to be having some pink shirts. You'll see players wearing some pink, and we're also going to be giving a donation to the Rhinos Foundation, which is a local cancer organization that helps out families in the area that have needs when their family is stricken with cancer.
Yeah.
So, and in that time, I talked for about 30 seconds. Another strikeout there for Gabriel. So
boom, boom, boom.
But anyway, it's a fun night.
Yeah.
And I expect we're going to have pretty good crowds for both teams. So if you can make it, we'd certainly appreciate it. Come out and support the teams and buy a pink shirt or buy some food. We're going to give some proceeds away for from concessions as well towards the Rhinos. So,
on the Rhinos, they're an organization that you and I have both known for years. I really like the fact that 100% of everything that you give to that organization goes towards families that are going through cancer. Right. And there's a lot of organizations that don't have that kind of structure, right? So it's 100%, and it's great. And we know Brad, you know Mike, and the rest of them. They do a great job. I'll also make a quick pitch for them. They have a golf tournament that they do. If you go to rhinosfoundation.com, you can see that online. Also sign up online. You can donate online too. But certainly echo what you're saying. It'd be fun to have you out at the game and helping out.
Absolutely.
What's the date on that one more time?
May 27th, Thursday.
Okay,
both teams are at home, so come to the Grandview Parks and come check it out.
Well, I feel like you need to yip yap now for 30 seconds. Sid will strike out the next batter, and we'll just call it good.
I just did a quick count. I think we'll double check. I think that was strikeout number 12. So she's just humming right along, looking fantastic. And again, just in command when you get a pitcher like that is is certainly pounding the strike zone, but moving it around enough with rise balls, with just working the corners to be able to keep the batters off. I mean, you can just tell as I'm watching these batters, you know, and then I jinxed it. That batter right there, I was going to say they're dropping their hands because they aren't really expecting. They don't know they're off balance where the pitch is going to come, and Gabriel's done a great job of that today. But that time, a nice base hit up the middle. Nothing hurt though. Hudson still sitting with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth, and Zumbrota Mazeppa not really had much of a threat yet. So just outside on that fastball.
Ooh, good speed. Well, I should mention next home game that we do for the girls softball. Nice strike. We're going to air Coach Rivard's comments. Today we were just, it's always something when you set up at a new field.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course it was raining a little bit before games. I got a tent and everything else. So we'll get that aired again next game that we do. And if you look on RaidersStreaming.com, I have a schedule. There's a couple tabs at the top: home, schedule, and archive videos. Hit the schedule button, scroll down to girls softball. You'll see our next game.
Got her with the rise ball.
K-Town, woo!
So
nice
one
job.
hit that time by Zumbrota Mazeppa, but I'll tell you what, again, 2 hits. But again, Sydney Gabriel been in control. 13 strikeouts so far, just humming right along.
I wish they had
outside that time.
Wish they had the K's they could hang like they do in the major leagues.
Yeah, like
I always
the old
love
school
that, right? The
scoreboards.
backwards, the forwards K. Yeah, like,
absolutely.
Those are the best.
And then you got to put it backwards when you get them to K when they're looking.
That's
See,
right.
that's even more embarrassing for the guy that got that one.
Yes. Yep.
3-0 here on Cooper.
Yeah, at the big
Leadoff
leagues,
batter.
it seems like there's like a guy that just brings a bunch of K's, but maybe that's his job.
Yeah,
they're
could
like,
be.
Hey, you're up in the K-ville,
There it is.
Boom. 3-1. Behind in the count here, but battling through it.
All right, go at it, Sid. Go at it.
3-1. Leadoff batter Cooper pops up this time. Looks like it's going to get out of play, right side.
Just on the top of the dugout.
Brings the count full, 3-2. Again, top of the 6th. Hudson leading 2-0. Hits have been few and far between for both teams since the first inning, but we're humming right along. Strike
Got her
3. Gets her. Good recovery that time. Starting 3-0 for Gabriel. She comes back and strikes out the leadoff batter Cooper. That brings us back to the top of the lineup here. Pitcher number 8, Avery Steffen, steps to the plate.
Yeah, the way that first inning started, I thought, boy, we are off to a wily game here, right? Like, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, and really since that time, I mean, a couple of hits spread out for Hudson, but, really it was that first inning getting those 3 hits and scoring 2. Little bloop hit there. Off second base glove, and Steffen will reach.
Could heard a courtesy runner coming in here.
The ball kind of died off the bat.
Yeah.
Looked like it was hit a little bit harder, and second base maybe thought it was going to be a tougher hop than it was. Ended up bouncing off her glove, so Steffen reaches on the air. 1 out here. Top of 6 for Zumbrota Mazeppa. Down 2-0.
Foul ball. Well, I know where to park the truck now. I kind of parked it a little ways away, but
You're safe
Safe
back
over there,
I think
right?
you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drove it down here to drop the gear, and I'm like, better not leave it here. That'd be dumb.
Fly ball, deep left field.
Nice catch by the left
Jager's
fielder.
got it. Good backup that time by Avery Johnson, hustling over there to get the second out. And that brings us 2 outs. Maddie Stensland, third baseman for Zumbrota Mazeppa.
2 down here. We got 1 on first base right now.
Ooh, that line
Nice
drive that
hit.
time
Right
right
out.
to Johnson out there in
Hey,
center
there we
field.
go. There we go.
And this would certainly end it if she can shut them down here in the top of the 7th. Hudson leading 2-0. Starts off with a fastball, fouled off.
Nice job, Rick.
Strike one. No walks either for Gabriel. So, again, that tells you the control she's got.
It's a big deal.
A couple of hits, but, again, looking very solid on the mound today.
I think the Zumbrota pitchers only had 1, maybe 2 walks. Not many.
I think she had 1. Two.
One?
You're right. You're
Or
right.
2, yeah.
Yep. She walked. I think Johnson and Yeager both walked. But other than that, she's been solid too. There's that rise ball, little high rise. Might need a little. You got a little music cue we can give us here. We're getting close to the win. I don't want to jinx it, but let's throw a little tune in here.
Yeah, I can get you going here.
Pop up. Left side, third baseman's under it to make the catch. There we go.
Charge! So you got me on music, then I can't cut cameras. My gosh.
Sorry.
I need a producer in here.
Fleissick up to the plate here. 1 out. Top 7.
I'll get better at multitasking this soon.
Tell you what, I'm impressed with you already with what you got. There we go.
Old school right here.
Yep.
Ooh, a little low on that one.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Classic.
1-1 on the batter here. Fastball jammed on that hitter that time. Again, Gabriel doing what she wants out on the mound.
Yeah.
Fleissick the batter. 1-2, 1 out. Top of 7.
There you go, Sid.
All right, be sharp
See
here.
what we
Be
can
sharp.
do. 1 and 2.
There you go.
Got her to chase that fastball.
I'm
Nice ball
styling and profiling
Some good flair,
on the
baby.
side now.
Love it.
It's
Yeah,
almost too
Ric
much,
Flair,
but
I like that
it's
too.
just right, though.
All right, last batter here, Rianne Buck with 2 outs.
Little riser there.
Way to mix that up. Way to mix that up.
So Zumbrota Mazeppa,
All
I
right.
don't know
Finish strong, Hudson.
the
Finish
exact
strong
size of the
right
school. I know obviously smaller than
Too
Hudson,
small. Yep,
but
yep.
you know, probably Class A, Class AA in Minnesota. Would you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
And they've had a very strong program over the years. I know they've had some girls that have gone on to play at least collegiately in the NSIC, that Division II conference. I know a few girls that have played down there, so a good program. But
Yeah. Well, I think when we were talking to Coach Rivardi, he was talking about, and maybe it was you, but they've been making runs over in
they've won
Minnesota
some
for a
state
long
tournaments in the
time.
last
Yeah.
10 years for sure. Strike one that time, 3-1.
Got a little behind in the count here, so comes with the heat down Carmichael Road, as we like to say.
Right down the city school boundary line.
That's
That's
right.
the strike zone. Strike 2.
Boom! Full count. There you go, Sid.
Be sharp right here, infield, Rich. Yes.
God, ooh. Not sure what happened there. Oh, it went off the bottom of her bat. That was certainly in
Oh,
the
it
strike
did.
zone.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see
and then
the
I thought maybe it hit her in the hand or something, but the way that kind of bounced off there, it definitely hit the bottom of the bat. So again, 3-2 full count. Gabriel here trying to get the win. Got fouled
Woo,
off
a
right
hot
side.
foul.
Hot
Back-
shot.
back to the dugout roof there. Hit it on the underside. She's battling in here at the plate. Sid with some heat
All right, be
throwing
sharp,
in there.
infield. Strong right here, right here.
Got her.
And Sid with a heck of a game. My goodness. She, K-Town, my.
16